Greetings, my fellow normies. This is going to be about the situation in California with regards to the coof, the beer bug. I want to ask you a question if you think that Disney is going to survive this apocalypse. The reason I say that is because California's governor is really putting a lot of restrictions on things. And California theme park operators respond to devastating reopening guidelines and stuff and all that. I personally think that the governor is a fucking moron, and I think that he has no idea what he's fucking talking about. He's just a good-looking dude with charisma and all that. This guy's been a disaster. He's been mayor of San Francisco, which we all know is a dumpster fire. You can shit on the streets, you can do drugs and all that, but you can't smoke within the city limits. Yeah, heard that right. You can't vape, you can't smoke, but you can shoot up drugs and you can shit on the sidewalks. Okay? So, and that was all done under the current governor of California when he was mayor. So that just kind of gives you a little perspective here. Yesterday, the state of California released guidelines for their theme parks and their blueprint for a safer economy. Today, California theme parks are responding to the guidance in a joint and virtual press conference. Oh, man. MiceChat reported that the state of California released guidelines for their theme parks to reopen within their four-tier plan. These guidelines place Disney, Universal Studios, Hollywood, and other major theme parks in a yellow tier, fourth and final tier for reopening. Fortunately for the parks, that tier sets a very high bar that is unlikely to be met by either Orange County or Los Angeles County until summer of 2021. Yet, Walt Disney World in Florida is reopened. Yes, they're at half capacity, but they're open. Today, the California Parks Attraction Association, CAPA, hosted major theme park representatives in a virtual press conference to respond to California's guidelines. The CAPA representatives and executive directors Aaron Guerrero led the conference and was joined by Ken Potrock, President Disney Resorts, Karen Irwin, President Chief Operation Officer Universal Studios, Kurt Stocks, President of Legoland California, Rafi Kaperlin, Regional VP Cedar Fair Operations in Knott's Berry Farm, Great America, and Gilroy Gardens. And lastly, Don McCoy, President of Six Flags Magic Mountain. The event opened with the representative issuing statements in response to the guidelines released yesterday. The guidance from the governor is grossly inconsistent with the guidelines given to other industries, was the strong opening statement from Kurt Sachs and before giving examples. Even yesterday's announcement that fans can return to stadiums before going to major parks shows the inequality in the administration's opening plans. Yes, it makes absolutely no sense at all. I live in a county in Southern California that is still on lockdown, basically. But thank God my area is a conservative area. For the most part, we're reopened. The only thing that we can't reopen, basically, are the damn schools. And I have an autistic child who's 16. He can't learn like this through Zoom every day. And it's just a fucking nightmare. Dude, I'm so utterly fed up, dude. This governor needs to be fucking pulled out of his fucking office and dragged out. That's how bad it is. During his opening statement, Rafi Caroline inquired about fairness to the workforce and the division of their theme park guidelines based on size. Why are employees at larger parks any less entitled to work than employees at other facilities? While some will argue that the guidelines are based on risk factor and health, this statement sets up a narrative for the event that the reopening is not simply about business making money, but allowing employees of the park an opportunity to make a living. Exactly. And Disney in California just laid off about 35,000 people. They were on furloughed and they were on employment. Now they are out of work, period. And me, I've actually found work and stuff. I have been out of work for some time, but things have kind of shifted in the IT area. So I have been able to find a lot of work online, remotely. So, matter of fact, I just got hired on with a company. I've got to do some traveling and stuff like that too as well. So later in the conference, Karen Irwin pointed out that reopening, especially with limited capacity, would not turn a profit for the theme parks, but would allow them to bring back their workforce, providing needed jobs and help rebuild communities around the parks. I kind of find that hard to believe and stuff. These places make bank and stuff, dude. They might just need to, tighten their belts a little bit and be a lot more conservative about things and all that. But the other thing too is that, you know what? These pieces of shit, presidents and CEOs and all that stuff, they help put this dumb shit in the governorship. And while he's not the full problem, the problem is the legislature. The legislature is controlled a super majority by liberals. And they're the ones that are running the fucking state into the ground. They've been doing it for the last 30 years. And so that's what Democrats do. And I'm not trying to get political, but it's just a fact. Look at all the great cities around the U.S. that have been around to the ground. Detroit, New York, Michigan. You know what I'm saying? States and cities and stuff that have just been ran into the ground. They've ran businesses out and stuff. And they won't even say how many businesses have left. But I can tell you, it's in the thousands. Like, I have a business myself on the side and stuff. And I don't talk about it here. But I am actually going to close it and stuff. I'm going to reopen it in another state because I'm not paying what they want me to do and stuff. I'm just not. Ken Podrick continued his narrative, saying that he was worried about what will happen when many of the area businesses have folded because the theme parks have not reopened. That's another thing too. The parks not only support surrounding areas, but it's a trickle-down effect in a capitalist society. Everything around, hotels, spas, other attractions, California Orange County is a major destination for people all over the world to come to Disneyland. It's the original Disneyland. So for Christ's sakes, my dad is 75 years old. He remembers when Disneyland was just orange groves. Orange groves. So, and all that. But, I just can't even imagine that. It just kind of blows my mind when I talk to my dad. Beyond the statement urging the governor to reconsider, the conference and Q&A session revealed details about the state's visits to the theme parks. Pollack noted that while the state visited, took notes, and had conversations while in the park, the state did not follow up with a written report of recommendations. Of course, because Newsom has nobody that knows what the fuck they're doing, as usual. That's normal liberal governance. They don't have qualified people that know what the fuck they're doing. Disney will be looking at recommendations to make adjustments to their plans and operations. The theme park industry is not in an entrenched position. We are flexible. We are open-minded. We are looking for data and science-based solutions. We stand ready to do that at a moment's notice. No, give me a break, dude. Shit. I'm sorry, but it just blows my mind. The operators made it clear these guidelines were not collaboration, and from there turned to the need to collaboration between the state and counties to help them succeed in moving through their tiered system. Multiple representatives also noted that with Dr. Gawler's statements that San Francisco had already achieved the yellow tier, dude, there's only been 75 known people sick in San Francisco. San Francisco has lost half of their business base. That is a fact. There's a person that I follow named Nerdrotic and stuff. A really good guy. His wife had to shut down her salon of 22 years that she built. They up and left out of San Francisco and moved to San Diego because they're leaving the state. Because the dipshit mayor didn't want to reopen. Yet Nancy Pelosi, the House Speaker, went and got her hair done at somebody's salon up there. Yet Nerdrotic's wife had to shut down her salon of 22 years. Plus, they're saying half or 3/4 of restaurants and retail businesses are gone. Permanently gone. They asked that the state help counties, communities understand how larger, more populous counties can improve their responses to moving forward. The conference concluded with the question of what is next. While MiceChat has covered the legal argument for allowing theme parks to reopen, it's hard to believe that that is a preferred pathway. The representatives stated they will continue to communicate to the state and the governor their stance and hope that he will take a more collaborative approach. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know what to think, to be honest. I think that the governor is a fucking moron. You know, a few people here are commenting on this thing and says it seems to me that there could be a win-win situation in all this. It can't be all or nothing, especially when one side has been proactive in meeting all of the guidelines. There are economic experts, psychological experts, medical experts that should have a voice in all of this, especially blah, blah, blah. And then there's other people say Disney should never be allowed to open. It's just too dangerous. People could get all sorts of infectious diseases at Disneyland, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. This person seems to be more of an alarmist, and they better not even stop requiring masks, since we now know the masks completely stop an infectious disease, blah, blah, blah. That's not true. They found, according to the CDC, that masks make it worse. So, there's a lot of things that they could do. There's a lot of directions that they could go, so on and so forth and stuff like that. Yes, you know, people are going to get sick and stuff. I'm not somebody that really believes in this coof. It's got a 99% survival rate. Matter of fact, a really good friend of mine who has full-blown AIDS, he's got a compromised immune system. He got over it just fine. It seems the people that are dying are the ones that have other known elements or issues and all that are being infected and are dying from it. I'm not saying I'm a scientist and I know. I'm just giving my opinion on it and stuff. I think it's been overblown. It's been created for political reasons and stuff. I'm even calling it a freaking hoax and stuff. I think it's medical tyranny. I think it's a control mechanism for everybody and stuff. And when I go out, I put my mask on, but when I go into the thing, I walk in the store, and then I pull my freaking mask down. That's it. So if somebody's gonna ask me to put it on, so be it. I will. But I'm not gonna live my life in fear, and I don't want you all to live your life in fear either. So let me know what you thought down below. I would like your thoughts on this and any of your opinion on it. All right. Take care. Like, subscribe, share. Take care. Bye.